Hi guys, it's me Roselyn, and now I will show you how to download and how to fill out the updated form I-129F. So you have to go to Google and then just type I-129F form, and then you can see here form I-129F petition for alien fiancé. Just click this one, then you will go to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. So in here, you can see the form I-129F PDF. So you have to click this one, and then you will download the form I-129F. I already downloaded the form I-129F, so it will be fast, and I already fill it out. So this is the updated form. Petition for Alien Fiancé, USCIS Form I-129F, expires November 30, 2020. So let's fill it out now. So on this area, for USCIS use only, so don't fill out this, because this is for USCIS. Okay? So it says here, start here. Type or print in black ink. Okay, so the petitioner will fill out this form I-129F. So since the petitioner is a U.S. citizen or naturalized, so the petitioner don't have alien registration number. So, and number 2, USCIS online account number. This portion is when you apply for K1 fiancé visa, CR1 visa. Before, through online, you will have the USCIS online account number. So if you have that, just put it here. But if you don't have, just leave it blank, okay? And then the petitioner U.S. Social Security number. And then here, so select one box below to indicate the classification you are requesting for your beneficiary. So on this form, we are applying for K1 fiancé visa with K2. So just click 4A, K1 fiancé visa, K1 visa. And then number 5, if you are filing to classify your spouse as a K3, have you filed form I-130? So just leave this blank because we are applying for K1 visa. And then the full name of the petitioner, the family name, the given name, and then the middle name. Okay? And then next, so other names used. So provide all other names you have ever used, including aliases, maiden name, and nicknames. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided in Part 8, additional information. So on this petition, the petitioner has other name, which is the family name is Johnson, and then the given name is Jaime, and then the middle name is Smith. So it happens that because the petitioner here is naturalized citizen, U.S. citizen, so his name before is Johnson Jaime Smith, but when he moved to United States, his name become Johnson James Smith. So that's the reason why the petitioner has other names. If you have other name, just fill out this question, and please include supporting documents for your other name, like birth certificate, something like that, okay? And then the mailing address of the petitioner, make sure the mailing address is complete. Okay, in care of name, you can put the name of the petitioner here, then the street, apartment, suite, floor, city or town, state, zip code, and of course, province and postal code is, just leave it blank because there is no province or postal code in the United States. But if you have, then Just put it here if you have. Then country, USA. Then is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? Yes, but if you answered no, provide your physical address in item 9A and 9H. So if this address is not your physical address, you have to put your physical address on this side. Okay? So it says, provide your physical address for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current address first if it is indifferent from your mailing address in item numbers 8A and 8I. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided in Part A, additional information. So since this is the physical address, you don't need to fill out this question 9A to 9H. So date from, so just fill this out and then date to present, okay? Then physical address to. And one more thing, if all the questions is not applicable to you, just write or type NA, okay? I did not type NA because it's a lot of things to do, but you can do that when you fill out your form, okay? Just type N/A if that question is not applicable to you, okay? And then next, your employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided in Part 8, additional information. So employer 1, full name of the employer, street number, apartment suite floor, city or town, state, zip code, country, your occupation, then employment start date, so employment end date. So since the petitioner is still working on this company, I will not indicate anything in here, okay? Or you just type NA. Okay, then if you have employer 2, if not, put NA, type NA. Then part 1, information about you, continue, employment date, employment end date for this. Okay, then other information, gender, male, date of birth, marital status. Oh, this one should be divorce. Okay, marital status, if you are divorced, if you are single or widowed. But if you are divorced, make sure that you will include your divorce decree. That is very important. You need to include your divorce decree on your application. Okay? And then city, province or state of birth, then country of birth. Then information about your parents. So family name, given name, middle name. If no middle name, just type NA. Then date of birth, gender, female, country of birth, city, town of residence, country of residence. And the next, parents information. This is the father of the petitioner. Family name, given name, middle name, date of birth, gender, country of birth, city of residence, country of residence. Then, have you ever been previously married? So, yes, because we answered here marital status, divorce. Okay? So, if you answered yes to item number 37, provide the names of each spouse and the date that each prior marriage ended in item number 38A to 39. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part A, additional information. So, name of previous spouse, family name, then given name, middle name, then date, marriage ended. Okay, that's what I said, include divorce decree documents. Okay, so your citizenship information, if the petitioner's birth in United States or naturalization or U.S. citizen parents. On this part, naturalization. Then have you obtained certificate of naturalization or a certificate of citizenship in your own name? Just click yes, because we click naturalization here. Then if you answered yes to item number 41, complete item number 42 and 42C. So your certificate number, then the place of issuance, and then the date of issuance. Okay? The next, have you ever filed Form I-129F for any other beneficiary? If yes, click yes. If no, click no. If you answered yes to item number 43, provide the response to item number 44 to 46 for each previous beneficiary. If you need to provide the information for more than one beneficiary, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. So since we click no here, we don't need to fill out this question. Just put NA. Okay? And then next, do you have any children under 18 years of age? If yes, type yes and then type the age here. If no, just click no. Or just click yes. Fill out this 49A, 49B, then click no. And then this one, NA. Okay? And then provide all U.S. state and foreign countries in which you have resided since your 18th birthday. So residence 1, Florida, USA. Then residence 2, Tennessee, USA. So since the petitioner resided more than 2 since he is 18 years old, so we need to go to Part 8 to provide the other state that the petitioner reside. Okay? Okay, so this one. So you have to indicate the page number, part number, and then item number 50. So this one, page 4, part number 1, item number 50. I will just go back for you to see it. Page 4. Okay. So on this part. So page 4, item number 1, so part 1, and then number 50, okay? And number 50, just type 50. Let's go back to part 8. Okay, so page number 4, part number 1, item number 50, residence, Ontario, Canada, residence, Texas, USA. Oops, sorry about that. So if you don't have, just leave this blank. Okay, so let's go back. Page number 4. I just want to show you how you will fill out that question. Okay. Okay, part 2. Information about your beneficiary. The family name, given name, middle name. So the beneficiary has no A number because the beneficiary haven't have a US visa. But if you have, fill this out. And then US Social Security number, since the beneficiary is not a US citizen, so just leave this blank. But if your beneficiary is a US citizen, just fill this out, okay? Then date of birth, gender, female, marital status, single. And then city, town, country of birth, country of citizenship. So other names used because the beneficiary is annulled or married before. That's why the beneficiary has other name used. This is the name of the beneficiary on her last husband or ex-husband. Okay? So family name, given name, middle name. But make sure if you are annulled, make sure to include documents for that, like annotated marriage certificate and certificate of no marriage, just to prove that you are already annulled. Okay? And then next, part 2, information about your beneficiary. Mailing address for your beneficiary in care of name, the name of the beneficiary, street number, apartment, suite floor, city, town, state, zip code, province, postal code, country, Philippines. So your beneficiary's address history. Provide your beneficiary physical address for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your beneficiary current address first if it is different from the mailing address in item number 11A to 11I. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. So since the beneficiary, this is her physical address for more than 5 years, so we don't need to fill this out. Just type NA, okay? Then date to present. The next, beneficiary physical address to. If not, just type NA. Okay, your beneficiary employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided in Part A, additional information. So, beneficiary employer 1. Name of the employer, street number, apartment suite floor, city or town, province, postal code, country, beneficiary's occupation. So you need to specify here, employment start date. And then since the beneficiary is still working on this company, there is no end date. Okay, but if you are no longer working on this company, just put the end date here. Okay. Then part 2, information about your beneficiary. If the beneficiary has a second employer, okay, just fill this out. If not, type NA. Okay. Then information about your beneficiary's parents. So family name, this is the mother of the beneficiary. Sorry. Mother of the beneficiary. Gender, address, country of birth, city, country of residence, and then this is the father of the beneficiary. So the father of the beneficiary is deceased. That's why on 33A and 33B you have to type deceased. But if not, type the city and then the country of residence. Okay? And then other information about your beneficiary. Has your beneficiary ever been previously married? So yes. Okay, if you answered yes to item number 34, provide the names of each prior spouse and date each prior marriages ended in item number 35A, 36 to 36. If you needed to provide information for more than one spouse, use the space provided in Part 8, additional information. So, name of previous spouse, family name, given name, middle name, then date marriage ended, and then has your beneficiary ever been in United States? No. So, but if your beneficiary never been previously married, just click no and then type NA on this part, okay? And then if your beneficiary is currently in the United States, complete item number 38A to 38H. But if not, just put NA. Just type NA, okay? And then, does your beneficiary have children? Yes. And if no, click no. So the beneficiary has children, so you click yes. Then if you answered yes to item number 39, provide the following information about each child. If you need to provide information for more than one child, use the space provided in Part 8, additional information. So on this application, the petitioner will apply for K1 fiancé visa with K2. Okay, if you will apply with K2, you need to provide the information of your K2. Okay, so children of beneficiary, family name, given name, middle name, country of birth, date of birth. Then, does this child reside with your beneficiary? Yes. Okay, and then if no, just fill out this part 44A to 44H. Okay, so on this form, you can only type 1 K2, okay, here on this form. But if you have another K2, if you have 2 child to include to your application, we need to type the other child. So we need to go to part 8. Okay? Part 8. Okay, so this portion. So 4A, page number 7, part number 2, item number 40. So let's go back so you can see what I'm saying. So page number 7, okay, part number, I think this is part 2. Yeah, this is part 2. Part 2, then number 40. Let's go back to part 8. Okay, page number 7, part number 2, item number 40. This is the second child of the beneficiary. Family name, given name, middle name, country of birth, date of birth. Does the child reside with your beneficiary? Yes. Okay, and if you have third child, fourth child, fifth child included on your petition, your application, you have to type it in here. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so next, address in the United States where your beneficiary intends to live. This is the address of the petitioner. 45A to 45D, and then daytime telephone number. Make sure the daytime telephone number is working. You can receive calls and you can receive texts. And make sure the address on this part is the same address at the top of this form. The address of the petitioner. Then this one. Okay, make sure it's the same, because that is the address where the beneficiary will live. Okay, then your beneficiary physical address abroad. So this is the address of the beneficiary in the Philippines. Then the daytime telephone number. So this one, your beneficiary's name and address in his or her native alphabet. I want to explain this part. So native alphabet meaning if the beneficiary's name is non-Roman numerals, like Chinese, like a different stroke, or Arabic, that's the time you will fill out this handwritten. Of course, you cannot fill, if your laptop or your phone can type or draw your name, your Chinese name or Arabic name on this part, you can do that. Okay, but if the beneficiary don't have native alphabet like Arabic name or Chinese name, just put NA on this side. I just want to make clear for that, because there's a lot of my subscriber keep on asking me what is the native alphabet name. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And the next part 2, information about your beneficiary. Is your fiancé related to you? No. But just in case your fiancé is related to you, like second cousin, third cousin, just put yes and then provide the nature of degree on this side. Okay. Then have you and your fiancé met in person during the 2 years immediately before filing this petition? So if yes, just click yes. If no, just click no. But if you will click no on this part, you have to submit documents. Why? Like a written letter, maybe because of your health, your work. So you need to provide that, because when you are applying for fiancé visa, the requirement is you meet the person or your beneficiary within 2 years of relationship. Okay. And then if you answer yes to item number 53, describe the circumstances of your in-person meeting in item number 54. Attach evidence to demonstrate that you were in each other's physical presence physical presence during the required 2-year period. If you answered no, explain your reason for requesting an exemption from the in-person meeting requirement in item number 54 and provide evidence that you should be exempt from this requirement. Refer to part 2, item number 53 to 54 of the specific instruction section of the instructions for additional information about the requirement to meet. Okay. Since we've clicked yes, you have to type here the circumstances of your meeting in person. I just typed this. I have made 4 trips. So you can type whatever you want just to prove that you meet in person. And then also you need to include documents like pictures, your stamp when you go to the Philippines and meet your fiancé, your hotel receipt, restaurant receipt, everything that support that you meet in person. Okay, and then this one, 55, international marriage broker information. Did you meet your fiancé through the service of an IMB? If yes, click yes. If no, just click no. I just want to explain this IMB, what it means. Okay, so IMB refers to a for-profit business or dating website whose primary business model is to introduce U.S. citizens with foreign nationals for the purpose of marriage. And if you meet your fiancé through IMB, click yes, and then you need to provide documents. And as for that, I think USCIS are very strict if you meet your fiancé through IMB. So you need to provide all the documents you need to submit included to your application. Okay, so since this question is no, then on this part just type NA, then NA. Okay, then consular processing information. Your beneficiary will apply for a visa abroad at the U.S. Embassy or U.S. Consulate at, so city, town, Manila, country, Philippines. So part 3, other information, criminal information. This is for the petitioner. This criminal information question must be answered even if your records were sealed, cleared, or if anyone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, told you that you no longer have a record. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part A, additional information. So have you ever been subject to a temporary or permanent protections or restraining order, either civil or criminal? So I click yes because the petitioner has this. And then 2A, have you ever been arrested or convicted of any of the following crimes? So domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, child neglect, dating violence, elder abuse, stalking, or an attempt to commit any of these crimes. See Part 3, other information number 1 to 3C of the instruction for the full definition of the term domestic violence. So click yes. So if you click yes on 1, 2, and also 2B or 2C, you have to submit supporting documents for this, like disposition letter from the court, case history, police report, pre-trial release order, notice of appearance by your attorney, order terminating pre-trial release conditions, any supporting documents that support this question that you are already cleared. Okay? So, number 2B, no. 2C, no. Then, note, if you were ever arrested or convicted of any of the specified crimes, you must submit certified copies of all court and police records showing the charges and disposition for every arrest or conviction. You must do so even if your records were sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared, and regardless of whether anyone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, inform you that you no longer have criminal record. If you need extra space to complete the section, use the space provided. So you need to submit certified copies of all the court and police records. Okay? So, If you have provided information about conviction of crime, listen number 2A2C, and you were being battered or subjected to extreme cruelty at the time of your conviction, select all of the following that apply to you. Okay, just select if you have this. Then 4A, have you ever been arrested, cited, charged, indicated, convicted, fined? So no. If your answer number 4 is yes, fill this out. Then multiple flyer waiver requests, refer to part 3, type of waivers. So this is applicable to you. Just click any one of this. So part 4, biographic information, ethnicity, not Hispanic, then race, then height, weight, eye color, hair color. Then part 5, petitioner statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. So this is the petitioner's statement. 1A, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question, instruction, this, and my answer to every question. So click this if you understand. So if the interpreter, if you need interpreter, type here. Preparer, type here. So petitioner contact information, make sure your contact number, receive texts and calls, and then your email is active. Okay, so petitioner declaration, certification. So don't forget to sign. Once you print this form, don't forget to sign and put date. Okay, the petitioner. And then if you use interpreter, fill this out. If not, type NA. Okay, this one, interpreter, signature, then preparer. If other prepared is other than you, fill this out. If not, NA, and this one. Preparer statement, and then preparer signature and date. Then part A, these are auto fill out, so your name here and then this. So that's it. So I hope I explained it well to you. If you have any other questions, clarifications, just feel free to comment on my video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.